Yeah.
SugarBBCarrick here with none other than NADA5150.
What's up?
How you doing? Is this your first time in Seattle?
First time, first hour.
Hell yeah, first hour in Seattle. Had to fucking kick it off properly with a great episode of 7 Slaps in the Sack. And before we get started, I gotta ask. I saw recently you posted tag a rapper you want me to fight on Instagram.
Yeah.
Who is your like top 3 that you, if you could pick, they'd be a pay-per-view NADA versus 3 people in a sudden death match, one after another.
Sudden death, like...
Whatever kind of match you want.
Ooh, okay. These would be 5-minute rounds to knockout or to submission. Ah, man. I want a challenge just for the people, you know what I mean? But there's some fools, like, I would just love to slap the fuck out of.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to fucking bite myself off, like, early in the game, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, like... There are people that, like, know, you know what I mean? And if you watch these interviews and you see me out in public, then you know. But I don't think I gotta say names.
Yeah.
We'll see when you see.
Pay-per-view coming soon. NADA also has a fire single coming out soon. Do you want to announce it, or should we keep that in the bag?
Go ahead.
Announce it?
Yeah.
I'll let you announce it.
Okay. This shit is called Pay Me Bitch, I'll Kill You, featuring Slug Christ, coming out very soon. Tattoo is fresh, track is fresher.
Produced by NADA as well, right?
No, sir, I didn't produce it. I engineered it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the producer. If you did produce it, reach out to me. I'll get you a point on that track. And pre-save that shit on Spotify.
October 4th?
Yes, sir. About a week.
Well, NADA's got picks over here. Got a couple of my favorites in there, so let's get it started.
This is Blue Velvet, a David Lynch film. This shit's something that's pretty fucking special to me because, you know, like we was talking, I'm from North Carolina. Lived in Wilmington, North Carolina, which is where this was filmed. And it's a very, like... One, David Lynch is an amazing fucking director. It's just like a fucked up story. It's a real mind fuck, and I like that twisted shit. And I lived in the set of this movie. Like, every day I would walk the same path that these characters walked. Like, it's kind of like the trick when I would have people come visit. I would just be like, oh, have you seen this movie? Or we would watch the movie together, and then I'd, like, walk them through every scene. Okay. It's like, over here, you know, this is where the shootout, and that's where I worked. Yeah. Over here is, you know, where so-and-so was, like, being held hostage, and there's still, like, lots of relics to this movie in that small town today. Yeah. Definitely worth checking out.
Buy that today, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Perfect Blue, while we're still in movies and while we're still blue. This is probably one of my top 10 favorite movies, definitely top 3 favorite animes. It's a psychological fucking thriller that, like, I've watched more than once, and each time I get something different out of it. You know, it's really just a mind fuck, just like twisted shit. And of course there's all types of, you know, weirdness that you get from an anime. I'm gonna go with fucking Mayhem, just to be a black metal fool. I'm not a fucking metalhead, you know, like a lot of people think like, oh, this dude yells, like he's angry, like he must have a metal background. It's not the case at all. But I got into it because of a friend. I just love the fucking energy. Mm-hmm. The fact that, like, it was very DIY. Like, the members, like, they mixed, mastered, recorded themselves, like, in a fucking basement and, you know, just put it out. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, that's it. You know, and, like, they got ragged on because, like, oh, this is shitty quality. And it's like, oh, shitty quality, you don't get it, fuck you. Yeah. And I've kind of kept that, you know, principle when I made my shit. I even got, like, one of the fools, suicide notes. I tattooed that myself. Excuse the blood. He, like, blew his head off and just left a note that said, excuse the blood. And I was like,
is that
shit's nice.
His band members, like, ate his, like, flesh, or is that a different band?
It's the same. They didn't eat his flesh. They just, like, you know, they took a picture of him, like, all blooded out with his brain hanging out, and they, like, wore, like, pieces of his skull. Like, that was something tight to do.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. And that was that. DS2.
Classic.
Fucking just prolific. Like, this shit. I know, like, every word of every fucking song on this motherfucker. Like, I straight listen to it, like, you know, on repeat. Mm-hmm. Like, doesn't get old to me. You could play that at a party start to finish. and it's like, oh man, this DJ is fucking killing it.
Yeah.
It's like, that's it.
What's your favorite record on there?
It goes back and forth, dog. Like, you know, there's like some days, you know, like Thought It Was a Drought, of course, like that's an anthem. Each one of these could be a fucking single. Like, man. Was one of the lines, it's not, I think it might be Groupies. He's like, I just put that famous bitch in a rotation. Like, that's a whole fucking vibe right there, you know? Oh, man. Future, like, came out, like, I discovered him at the height of my drug use.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just, like, stayed with me, just,
Anthems after anthems.
fucking, speaking of anthems, gotta talk to the GOAT. Gucci Mane is, like, for sure, like, probably favorite rapper of all time.
Yeah.
Like, read his autobiography, fucking had every mixtape, like, his entire discography. And, Murder for Fun, featuring Ox. A lot of people say Truth is, like, the best, you know, the best diss record of all time. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, like, it is fucking hard because he's got the sample of the track he did with Jeezy in it just to, like, acknowledge, like, this is about you, motherfucker.
Right.
Outkast, Speaker Box, The Love Below. This was the first CD I bought with my own money in the 6th grade. I was, like, 12 years old. Got it from Target. And, yeah, it had to have been like $10 or something, which is a lot of money when you're 12.
Oh,
yeah.
For sure.
And
It's like 2 weeks worth of allowance.
oh yeah, and like,
It's like a whole birthday card check.
and my folks were like okay with it because they were like, oh, it's got Hey Ya on it. Like, yeah, you love that song. And, you know, I'm just like, yeah, like playing it on the bus, and then it's like, you know, it's got some fucking adult content
Absolutely.
in the Love Below.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was fucking tight. Definitely influential. And then there was the first CD my parents got for me, which was the Gap Band.
Yep.
Back, like, when I was a youth, yeah, they didn't even have it. You know, they're all sold out, so I just took the thing. I'll put it back. But, yeah, they, like, I played the bass.
Uh-huh.
You know, I played the bass at church, and I played it at home, and just, like, you know, that was, like, my thing. And they liked, you know, the funk and the bass lines and just the fun aspect to it. And they're like, this is okay. That and, like, some other, like, R&B type band stuff from, like, the 80s.
Right.
That was acceptable.
Was that good groove?
It was a good groove.
That's what Roz likes, too.
Yeah. Dylan's definitely huge. They don't have any Dylan in this record store yet, but
Hopefully
if they
one day.
did, that'll be on episode 2.
My slap is all of Chief Keef's music ever. I've got the Chief Keef Goat music playlist here. Literally, Chief Keef Goat music is the title of the playlist. I've just been on such a Chief Keef kick lately, you know. It's just everything's classic. I've been listening to Kills hella. That's probably my favorite Chief Keef song at the moment, off of Dedication. Even honestly, even his new shit. I know a lot of people aren't like huge on his new shit, but the Leak Volume 8, that shit slapped. That came out like 2 months ago. And I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I just love Chief Keef. He's the GOAT. He's the fucking god. So there you have it. 7 slaps.
7 slaps in the sack.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
NADA5150.
Yes, sir. Like on the jacket.
All right, bet.
Seattle's amazing. Thank you, Andrew.
You're welcome.
Let me get a picture.
Yeah, of course.
There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
What up, bro? How you doing? Good, how about you? Same old, same old.